Be me and you, girl. But it's all right. So, IPAs. It did not say the weird like recording, but okay. Let's go through. I'm not exactly sure what you've done for your IPAs yet, but hopefully you've done your self-development. Hopefully you've got your products on your stories. Maybe you've gone face-to-face on your story so far. It's 1:00 in the afternoon. I have already done all of that. I got my workout in. Wow, why am I having a brain fart? I did like a round of IPAs in the morning with my new followers. So what we'll do is I'm going to set us a timer and we're going to go into our stories on Instagram. Let's scroll all the way back to the back. So let's do, I don't know, 4 sounds good because I want to break up and do a couple different things today. Let's do 4 minutes on stories on Instagram. As you're going through, if you see anybody that like you're like, oh, just unfollow them. This is where I get a lot of my like content ideas sometimes too. Ideas for reels, because people will share that in their stories. This is where I got my idea for weekly wins. I saw that somebody else was doing that. So I was like, you know what? Like there's a lot of negative stuff in the world right now. So I thought that would be kind of fun. So like every Friday I'll put in my stories, like what's one thing that you like was a win for you today? And I'm not necessarily asking them like what's a business win, but sometimes it can be like what's a personal win, I don't know. I've had people say that they got like promotions with their jobs, or they were consistent with XYZ, or like somebody said yesterday that they got a date night with their husband. It's just kind of a fun way to kind of shout them out a little bit too. You can also find ideas for opportunity stories also. So I've been writing down just something to think about. I've been writing down for a while now how many minutes I'm doing on my engagement, so I can kind of keep a mental check of like, hey, you know, last month you were doing 7 minutes. This month, like maybe I haven't been able to make it to 7 minutes. And if I ever get to a funk where I'm like, you know what, like nobody's in my inbox or anything like that, then I kind of check myself and I say, well, you know, you haven't been doing as much as you were last month. So I always use timers.
Yes. If I don't use timers, I find myself getting lost in people's stories or scrolling through videos.
All right, so that's 4 minutes. I am very diligent with my timers. So if I am like still not done in my mind and my 7 minutes is up, or however many minutes I intended on spending on that specific IPA, when my timer goes off, I'm done. Like I'll finish typing whatever I was typing to that person, but I do not keep going. I set it aside and I move on to the next thing, because if I don't do that, then I'll find myself staying on that app and not moving over to the other one. So let's do kind of the same thing over on Facebook. Let's do 4 minutes stories on Facebook. You can do them just like Instagram, where you scroll all the way to the back, or you can go to your Messenger app and look at your stories from there also. I will say that the stories that are on your Messenger side are going to be the people that you actually already talked to. I didn't realize that until the other day. It's those are the people that you talk to the most already, versus if you're doing it just like you're doing with Instagram and you scroll all the way over, then you'll be interacting with new people. Just a reminder that we don't typically do like the drive-by emojis or anything like that. Oh, look, found me a Thriver. I go ahead and unfriend Thrivers unless they are you guys, because I love you. But just because I just don't want them, what's the word? Overflowing in my newsfeed. Because what you'll learn the longer you're in this business, the more impact you make, like with our team and showing up on trainings, and people get to know your name a little bit. And you'll notice that like when you do like a Wednesday night training, or you do a live on the team page or whatever, people start to find you and you don't realize it, but they start to find you. And then it's like, holy moly, like why do I have all these Thrivers on my page? I love them
Facebook,
too.
on Facebook, you can stay friends with them and unfollow them so they don't pop up in your newsfeed as often and they're not in your story.
Yep.
Instagram, you don't have that option, so you just don't friend them, which is kind of rude, but I mean, at the same time,
It's not,
not. So
it's not,
Facebook, you can be friends with them, but you can unfollow them. So there's
yeah.
that option, because I do like to go and see how other leaders are doing in their stories, maybe get some ideas, not necessarily copy and paste, but like, how are you doing this promotion? Or like, how are you doing, you know, um,
Right.
something that maybe I want to get creative with. So I do like the friend leaders, but I don't like them always popping my things. So on Facebook, I just unfollow, except for, like you said, you guys.
Yeah, you can do either one. So that's 4 minutes on stories on Facebook. Um, I do want to stay on Facebook for just a second. I have not done birthdays yet today. I actually started doing birthdays a little bit different. So I'm going to walk you through that. I don't know if you've already done yours for today, But if you go to birthdays, which reminds me, it's my mom's birthday. So I need to message her, but she is not in the country. Let's see. What I do for birthdays now is I actually go to their page and I see if they have an active story. If not, it's fine. Then I'll send them an actual messenger message and I'll just say, I'll type out happy birthday and then I type their name, make sure that you're spelling it right. I'll put, hope you're having a great day today. And then I usually ask them a question. I'll say, do you have any plans? And then this is the only time in my business I actually copy and paste. So I'm going to copy that just in case the other ones don't have stories either. And I'm going to send this one to her. I'm going to go back to birthdays again. And I'm going to go to the next person. This person actually has a story. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up that story and I'm just going to thumb through it just like I'm engaging on stories. Likely, since it's already halfway through the day, they've already put something up on their stories. So I've actually been saving my birthdays for the afternoon or evening so that I can look and see what they did for their birthday and then spark up a conversation with how their day was, versus just sending a message and asking. I've noticed that I get a lot more engagement this way if I wait. So that might be something to try if you haven't tried that yet. And then I just go to the next person. So we'll spend a few minutes doing this. Have you already done birthdays, Karen, today?
Yes, I have done both. I did it just as soon as we opened up Facebook before we jumped into stories. I only had two. Only two people had birthdays, so I went ahead and did.
You know what I heard one time? I heard one time, I don't remember who said it, but somebody on our team, was Lindsay maybe, she said, if you on any given day you go into your birthdays and there's like no birthdays or like one birthday, then you're not adding to your network enough. And I was like, ooh, so if I ever get to a day where I'm like, ooh, there's like no birthdays, then I'm like, okay, Amber, you gotta step it up, keep adding to your network. On average, I have probably 15 a day. Yeah.
There's some days I have like a list of them, and then there's some days I'll only have two or three. So I do have those days where I have that list, but then I have those days where I only have like anywhere between 2 and 5. And I've been adding to my network a lot lately. I took a break from adding to my network because I was cleaning out my network, and I didn't want to add while I was cleaning out because I didn't want to accidentally delete somebody I had just added absent-mindedly. So I took a break from adding while I was cleaning out because I can't do both. I can't add while I'm cleaning out, and I just needed to clean out my closet, so to speak. Oh, dear God in heaven. These political ones get me. They're so funny. But so I couldn't add while I was cleaning out. So like I took a break for a little while from adding, and I've been adding again lately. So my birthdays will get back up there.
They will. I typically spend one day a week removing from my network. But like I say all the time, like just because I do it one way doesn't mean it's the right way to do it.
Yeah, I'll do it once a month.
All right. I'm getting there. Hang on. If you haven't done it yet, I know I haven't done it yet, but one thing that you're going to want to add to your stories today is to talk about credits.
Yeah, I have to screenshot that. I haven't screenshotted that yet.
I always make sure that I highlight like credits day on every month in my planner so that I don't forget about it. But a lot of times we're already talking about it in our chats and stuff.
Oh, okay. She's a thriver. All right. Did not. Gotcha. Next.
Okay. So let's look at my IPAs list. So we did birthdays. Let's add to our network a little bit. So on Facebook, I'll show you the way that, since we're still over there, unopened saved posts from M. What? Okay. So on Facebook, to add to my network, you can search like the same as Instagram, like you can search your town and stuff like that. But I like to scroll through my newsfeed, and if I see a post from somebody that's just like, maybe it's super inspiring, maybe, I don't know, I just kind of vibe with them on something that they're sharing, I'll actually go into the comments of that post, the people that like it and comment on it, not for a fellow thriver or anything like that. And I go to it and I actually open up the comments and I look at who's commenting, and you can go, or on the likes, and you can go and you can see who you have already, like some of your friends. It won't have an option where you can add them. It'll say like message them or something. And then everybody else, it'll say there's a button that says add friend. So what I'll do to it is, hang on. Okay, let's just say this one for example. So if I click on the people that have liked the post, this is a little one for example, but you can see at the top there's two that say message. That's because I'm already friends with them. And then the other ones down here say add friend. So I go off of looks first as far as their profile picture. If it's super dark, if it's no profile picture, if it's like a Snapchat photo with a little I don't mess with all that. But if you can tell that it's a real person, you see their face, it's clear, it's clean, it's crisp, I will click on them, and then you can see their profile. And I just do like one quick little swoop to see, and you, right off the bat, I can tell like this one she's a 12K leader with Lavelle. Okay, so if I would have just looked at her profile picture and added friend, that really didn't get me anywhere because I didn't pay attention to what she actually does on her social media. Does that make sense? So that one I'm not going to add, but this is kind of what I do for posts that are on Facebook. Because if you go to like the section on Facebook where it's like people you may know, you may find some good people there, but like some of those people, like they haven't posted in forever either, or I don't know, sometimes they can be like little spammy accounts.
Yeah, I'll actually go to those pages. When I go to add to my network, I'll go to those pages, and I make sure we have 10 or less mutual friends, because maybe a lot of those mutual friends are other thrivers, and you don't want that. But I'll go to their page, and if I can drop a 3-2-1, I can engage with them, I'll add them. Otherwise, I won't, and it literally takes 5 to 10 seconds to find out if you can do that, and then I move on. I don't stay on their page, even if they're posting some funny stuff. I won't stay on their page. I'm adding to my network and I'm time blocking. I'll set my timer to do that so that I'm being more intentional with it. Like, hey, I've got this amount of time. Otherwise, I will just continue scrolling through their page to see what all they're posting and stuff. And somebody just posted, and I just want to share this real quick. on their story, somebody I'm friends with, they said, don't compare your life to others. There's no comparison between the sun and the moon. They shine when it's their time. And I had replied with, let me find it. Your goals aren't their goals and their dreams aren't yours. So you really can't compare your chapter to someone else's because you're not even writing the same book.
Yep.
And that goes for us too. Like, we're all in the same company. We're all promoting the same products, but we're all here for different reasons. We all have different goals and stuff. So comparing ourselves to other leaders, we're not even writing the same book. So I just wanted to share that. I thought that was pretty cool that they posted that. That was how I responded to it.
Absolutely. I put a timer on for like 4 minutes for adding to Facebook network. Sometimes I get the question like, well, they're already in another MLM. Like, why would I add them? There is nothing to say that you should not add somebody that is already in another MLM. Because here's the thing. Sometimes you might become best friends with somebody who is in another MLM and you guys could do like dual lives and all that stuff. Maybe you just really vibe and you really just want to grow together. That's totally fine. Every now and then you will find somebody who is not happy where they're currently at and they just see something on your page that really sparks their interest, and then it opens up a whole nother conversation with them. And then you also will get people that you connect with, and maybe you start talking to them and they're like, I love what I do, I love my company, and you're like, girl, me too, like I'm so glad to connect and cheer each other on. Like there's nothing wrong with that. I've even had that situation, and then like 6 months later something, I don't know, is happening and they just don't like where they're at anymore, and then they reach out to me and ask questions about the business. So just because somebody is in another MLM does not mean that you should not add them to your network. I do kind of pay attention to how often people are on social media though. Because if they haven't posted since August, they're probably never going to see your stuff if they're hardly ever on social media. The importance of opportunity stories and talking about your products and talking about your business and your stories every single day comes when you add to your network. So I want you to remember that when you're adding people to your network, a lot of the things that they do first, whenever somebody adds them as a friend, they're going to go straight to your stories and see what you're about. So if they went straight to your stories right now, would they know that you have a business? Would they know that you have a product that they can buy? Would they know what your purpose is here on social media? Or would it just be a boomerang of some capsules and a picture of your kids? Does that make sense? Why is my timer not going off? What's going? Oh, 8 seconds left. Okay. My brain was going faster than my timer. All right, there goes the timer. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna add to our network over on Instagram. Sorry for jumping back and forth. And then we'll see what else we want to do to wrap up IPAs here. So adding to my network on Instagram, I actually do kind of the same way. I'll go to my feed and I'll find somebody's post that I resonate with, that is like me, but not me. I say all the time, like they're like you, meaning that maybe they've got some things in common. Maybe they're putting up a post about like health and wellness or whatever, but that they're not with Lavelle. I will go to the people that have liked their posts as well, or in the comments, and start engaging back and forth. But what I want to do with you for 4 minutes, because we'll get sucked into it, I want you to open up your Instagram. We're going to go to the Reels section, and we are going to add to our network from Reels. Okay, here we go. Start. I'm not sure why I picked 4 minutes, but it works. So
I have to do that from my phone. I can't get to the real section on my computer for some reason.
Oh, your phone is, you're doing the Zoom on your phone?
I have to go, like, it'll let me go to like the real section on my phone, but like on my computer, there's no option for that.
Right.
Which you think it would be more advanced on the computer than on your phone, but
Mm-hmm.
ah,
I'm going to mute myself real quick because I'm going to turn up the reel so that I can hear them. But a couple
yeah.
things I do. If I like something, if I like a reel, I try to comment on a reel. And then you can go into the comments and add people to your network from there, or you can add the person that actually did the reel. You can also save the reel if you wanted to recreate it. And keep in mind that whenever you see that little arrow in the corner, that's an audio that's like very trending. So if you do a reel with that audio, odds are it will trend higher than a reel that doesn't have that arrow right now, but it will change every day. All right, I'm going to mute myself.
Okay, and I just want to say, just a quick tip, like you had said, if you like a reel, to comment on it. My husband has TikTok, and he has like 5 videos. He has like hundreds of followers. And it's because he comments, and he comments within the comments, and he's interacting, and he's engaging within the comments of the video that he saw. So like people just follow him because he's interactive with them. So you can really totally add to your network just by going through these videos and not just engaging and commenting on the video, but also replying to someone's comment that they left as well.
Absolutely. All right, I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to start our 4 minutes over. Ready? All right. That's 4 minutes. See how much you can actually get done in 4 minutes when you actually are very intentional on what you're doing. So we just added to our network on both platforms. We engaged in stories and we engaged in reels. Maybe saved some audios. Like that's a lot done in like a half an hour work with me Zoom. So pat yourself on the back a little bit and put your phone down for a little bit and go do something with your family. Okay. So I hope this was helpful. I'll record it. I'll upload it. Anything else you want to add, Karen?
What?
Is there anything else you want to add?
No, go enjoy your Saturday.
All right, you too, girl. All right, bye.